There is a tactic right now in Days Gone where the hordes cannot hit you if you simply walk. So I want to discuss that and also a few other tips for fighting the hordes that might help you out. I of course did a bigger video, but these are just some extra tips to help you fight these huge group of enemies. A like on the video would of course be super appreciated, and let's go. It's not a cheat, but it kind of feels like cheating, running away from the freakers without using stamina and them being unable to reach you. Knowing and using this tactic will make the horde fights way easier. So the tactic is basically walking, like not even holding the run button. Just walk in a straight line from the horde and they will be unable to hit you. Like they cannot catch up. The moment you turn around though and want to shoot them, they will be in your range. So this is where your stamina comes in. You want to use that, so roll and run to still be ahead of the horde and have enough time to shoot a ton of bullets before they can catch up. And yes, then the moment you are out of stamina or just want to reload your gun immediately after shooting it, you can just jog or like slow run in a straight line and the horde will not hit you. I'm not sure if this is intended or if they will fix it now that people know about it, but it does kind of make the hordes less scary, because they're not able to touch you while you are not even doing your best. Like you're only pushing the left analog stick to walk in a straight line and you are untouchable. So that's an interesting thing that I wanted to share because it will help you a ton when fighting the hordes, but maybe you don't want to use it because it's actually way too powerful. But yeah, you of course still have to kill the horde to be successful, and a thing that will help you with that are the attractors. A device that will make sure that the enemies go towards it and not to you, so then the enemies become a very easy target for your machine guns, so you can easily take them out. Vane on Reddit, and I hope I pronounced it right, was able to do this in one of the caves that the hordes stay in during day. Throw the device on the ground and then let the gun do the rest. Pretty nice indeed when a ton of enemies are in one spot or when following you around, so you can maybe easily take them out with an explosive since they're also focused on the attractor. It's pretty handy and you can craft one with cans, alarm clocks and scrap, so pretty easy to get materials, and you get this recipe by just playing one of the mid-game main story missions. And after clearing a lot of the marauder camps, you also get a recipe for the attractor bomb that you can also use of course against the hordes. Other people like Doken Expert on Twitter note that you can also take a horde to an encampment and then let the shooters of that camp take out the enemies for you. Lost Lake does not have shooters though, at least at the main entrance, so you still have to take out the freakers yourself. And also interesting, when I brought one of the hordes to one of the two final camps in the game, they would just turn around and likely go back to their cave. So that's also a tactic, I guess. If you're having trouble, just lead a horde to an encampment and then they will likely turn around, so they become pretty easy targets. Maybe do a suppressor on your gun so you can easily take them out without the whole horde like coming after you. You can easily lure a horde to a camp by just doing the tactic I mentioned earlier with like the regular run, but it will of course take some time before the horde is there, depending on where the horde is of course. It could totally be, by the way, that not the full horde is like following you to the encampment, but that doesn't really matter. If you just take out these enemies and then go back to the spot where the horde is, then you will still have to fight less enemies than before because you already took some out. And you see the health bar, by the way, here, and I saw a lot of questions about that as well, and that only appears if it's like part of a sort of mission, and after you finish the main story of the game, or actually near the end of the main story, you will get like all the locations for the hordes on the map, so then you can just go there and take them out. While before that you can still encounter them of course in the world and kill them, but you have no clue how much of the horde is still left, so you see no health bar. I also thought that was interesting to note because I saw some people ask for horde locations. I of course shared 4 in my best weapons that you want to get as soon as possible video. We'll link to that at the end of this one because you can already get a pretty cool weapon for defeating just 4 hordes. But yeah, overall, in the end, you will find where all the hordes are. The sad part is though that these hordes don't respawn. So when you killed them all, when you completed the horde killer storyline, then they will be gone from your save forever. And that will totally be a kind of problem in this game. You will totally hit a point where there are not a lot of new enemies left to kill, or like no camps, no hordes, no nest, so enemies will still be roaming around, but it will also kind of feel empty. So if you want to still fight hordes, make sure that you maybe save after you just finish the game, so you can always go back and take out the hordes. If you got some cool tips or Days Gone secrets yourself, then totally let me know in the comments down below. A lot of you told me about the attractor, so I really appreciate that. I also left my social media accounts, my Twitter at JorRaptor and Instagram JorRaptor, like the URLs, in the pinned comment, so you can easily find me if you want to reach out about Days Gone. Again, the comments of this video will work fine as well. So just some nice extra tips and tricks for when fighting a horde, but I got a way bigger video up with regular tips on how to easily take out these huge group of enemies. So like in terms of skills, weapons, how you can use the environment, and way more. You can watch that video by clicking on the screen. Of course, subscribe for everything Days Gone. Like this video to support channel, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!